Yes, the boys, Big Sharks here with superstar commentator Hasan Zahid. We're gonna break evil. He's gonna break down the October 25th Bad Blood.
We'll run through. We'll have a discussion about
Go
it,
on,
man. You
fam.
speak about it as well, and whatever you sing. I know you're busy on the day, but like whatever you sing.
Well, we'll start off with the first one. Rayan against Zishan.
Yeah, these two, but they were. But I didn't know too much about them, but they definitely left it all in there. They were. There's two lads just literally. They look quite composed. They didn't look like first timers.
Yeah.
They look like they've had 1-2 each themselves. I was impressed with a few things they were doing, setting shots up downstairs, going upstairs, just little things they did. And I thought, you know what, it's good that, and they'll gain. More importantly, what it does for them is they gain a lot of confidence. You've had your first bout, they get to stay busy, stay active. So it was a good first fight to start the show. That was a bit of a war on the low key.
To be fair, I missed that fight. I
Yeah.
didn't see much of that. But the next one, Hassan Iqbal against Zain. What I witnessed for this was the slowest ring walk in big hitters history. Hassan Iqbal, the security were telling him to hold you up.
Yeah, he was not bothered what the security was saying. He was milking it. Yeah, I think he was aura farming. In his head, everything slowed down. But you know what? Fair play, because a lot of people they rush out, and you don't get to really seize your moment like that. And you know what? I was looking at it thinking, you know what? They've done a lot of views. Your head have talked a lot of back and forth between the two here. Is the fight going to live up to it? How are they gonna feel in the moment? And I think, to be fair to the guy, I think he felt like in his head. I think he was that guy in his head. You know what I mean? So he milked his walkout, and fair enough, man. It was cold. It was a nice walkout. That good fight.
Sorry, what was it like for you on commentary? Waiting there for him to walk to the ring.
Yeah, you know what it was? I think one of them come out to a rap tune, and then he come out to like Quran.
Yeah, he did.
And then he was just. I thought I was in Tarawih Namaz, man. You know what I mean? I thought he was in Tarawih, but he took ages, man.
What I was saying was, luckily he didn't play the Surah Al-Baqarah.
Yeah.
The show would have ended. He was still walking out.
But they're a decent little scrap, man.
Did they?
Yeah. He just had a few little bad habits that he needs to iron out. He would dip, slip into his right too much of things, but it's all right. It was a good little scrap that, again, is good for the Lex Macklintons.
Then the third fight of the night was, for the over 40s title, Maroof against Mick. Chat to me about that one.
Yeah, man, this is one I'm really looking forward to, because obviously we've seen Maroof on the platform before when he fought Reese, yeah. And I've done a bit of sparring with Maroof, so I had a good insight, and obviously I've mixed from the gym, so we've done plenty of rounds together, and he's in the gym all the time. Two people that, what I will say is a lot of people now, especially the Asian community, which the majority of viewers, or anyone to be honest with you, their prime is very young.
Yeah.
Then they get to a certain age, like 23, 24, 25, and that's it. Then they're almost finished. Everyone's putting weight on. No one, their athletic ability is gone, and they're just on the decline after that. But these two, Mick 51, Maroof 40 odd, that they just go. It goes to show that, you know what, age is just a number. I was chatting to my dad. I go, how old are you, man? He goes 53 or 54. Can't remember. I go, you know what, Mick's only a few years younger than you. You let yourself. Do you know what I mean? You let yourself go. So credit to both of them. There's no winners and losers. You know, when you're that age and you're fighting, you can only be winners. But back to the fight, Mick come out really sharp, but he did tell me he was very nervous. For you telling me as well, he was very nervous. So he come out razor sharp. Maroof was almost just tight guard. Almost, I thought to myself, is he waiting for the right time, or is he flustered in there?
Yeah.
Because before you know it, you're losing rounds.
Yeah.
And waiting for the perfect shot, and sometimes the perfect shot's not there. But Maroof pulled a rabbit out the hat with the right hand and just rocked Mick, and then he ended up dropping him. And I was worried for Mick. I thought, what's he gonna do now? He was when you're nervous as it is, you're boxing well, and then you get dropped. A lesser man would have broke mentally.
Yeah.
Well, listen, credit to Mick, man. He got up, he finished the round strong, and then he was winning the last round as well. But I think he didn't like when Maroof were too close to him. We were trying to get him off, so he punching. He had 3 warnings, and Morgan, the ref, he took a point away. Took a point off in the last round. It was looking like a draw. Then he took a point off, and then Maroof got the victory. But listen, the right hand changed the fight, and if any right hand's going to win you a fight, then it's Maroof. I'm telling you, he's got dynamite in that right hand.
Yeah, moving on to fight number 4. The highly rated Billy Wood was meant to fight the Kurdish King. Kurdish King obviously pulled out. Ashley stepped in. You were raving about Billy Wood before, and I'd never seen any footage of him before.
Yeah.
Speak to us about that. Finally got to showcase his skills on big hitters.
The best performance in big hitters history, in my opinion. Yeah. I think he was that good.
Some statement, that.
Yeah, because people are saying stuff like, oh, but look at the guy he beat. Billy Woods had 2 white collar fights.
Yeah.
This was his 3rd. The lad he fought had over 200.
Yeah.
People are saying it's a mismatch. On paper, it is a mismatch.
Yeah.
To Ashley. Ashley's knocked out Dyson in a round. I've seen the fight. Comes in with a nasty overhand right, and he hits you, he hurts you, and he's a good game lad. when he's allowed to win.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can tell us what he said when he came over to you, when he was speaking to you, Ashley.
When Ashley came over to me, he asked me, he goes, look, what should I do? Should I dance around? Should I move around with your guy? I go, look, this is big hitters, baby. Every fighter comes to win. There's no paid jobs on this promotion. You know, go in there and win the fight.
No, 100%. Go out there and really test him. So it was hard for Billy because he was getting used to fighting a mover all camp.
Yeah.
So we're working on cutting the ring off and stuff like that. But he's naturally a counter puncher. But then, fair play to Ashley. Look, he stepped in there. Game was a badger. He stepped in. He could have easily just stayed down after the first shot.
Yeah.
He got up, but it was just an absolutely one-sided beat down from Billy. Slick, sharp, counter punching. He's got it all, man. 88 kilos shredded. Like, he's a big boy with athletic ability. He reminds me a bit of Moses Toma, the way he fights, man. I remember I was telling you that.
Yeah.
And we were hurting guys to the head. We were hurting guys to the body. A little pivoting off, backhand. Fit as a fiddle, strong as an ox, man. Billy Wood's a real deal.
It was my first time, obviously, watching Billy Wood because you rated him so highly. I was making sure I was in the room to watch glimpses of it. I just loved the way he's southpaw and he makes his opponent miss by millimeters and then counters.
True defense,
it's amazing, man. So
I spoke to him. He's going to be coming back and stuff. So I said, listen, just let me know when you book your ticket because we're doing a show when you come back.
Yeah.
Need him back on, man. He's a monster.
Then you got James against Nams. That was a interesting fight because
they both fought killers on the last show.
Yeah.
James boxed Omer, the Hong Kong Dragon, who come from a higher caliber amateur pedigree, and Nams boxed Sian, and he got taken out quite early and efficiently. So you never really got to see how good Nams was.
Yeah.
But I was buzzing because they both got to express their skill set on this fight. I mean, we talked about James being an awkward cat, which he was, and I think that awkwardness won it for him in the last round. When Nams were pushing, he was just catching him on the way in with his awkwardness. So you got to show his caliber, and then Nams' stock is going up, man, because he looked good. Honestly, you know, like it's just the experience that lost him the fight. The only difference in that fight was experience, because he didn't know you can't go rushing in the third round just trying to hit him. You know, he was saying that the guy don't really bang hard, so you're just rushing in, but you're losing points now on the way in. You got to slip, slide, and start banging to the body and things like that. But and Nams will be back, man. I think both of them will have a good fight. That it was very close, you know. It just depends, you know, with judging. It's very, do you like the cleaner work or do you like the busier fighter? Do you know what I mean? And I think it's in the last round, I think James was just landing too many. He was busier and he was just landing clean shots. But Nams, he looked a lot better. I'm looking forward to seeing him fight, man.
Even in defeat, his stock has gone up.
It does. Because if you take 50 fights.
Of course. And then obviously moving on to this fight, what a lot of people were interested in. Dylan against, you know, the lumberjack. What a fight this was. Oh, what I want to say is, I watched the first 30 seconds and I saw Kurza hopping to doing his special triple fin.
Yeah, you never seen anything like it. I went upstairs, you know, before I've seen AP looking cool as a cucumber, shades on, just, you know, zoning in. I've gone into the other dressing room. Yes, Curzon, what's happening? You're just walking around shouting, I love fucking scraps. I just love scraps. I love scrapping. I'm nervous, but I love scrapping. I'm thinking, right, you know what? I can't wait for this one. That was going to be the entertaining fight of the night. You know what I mean? It was really, but I knew it was going to be a difficult fight for both because they were going to cancel each other out in a certain extent. But the two big lads, and Curzon come out throwing 8 feints off the get go, man. Eyes wide open, feint. AP probably thinking, what the fuck's happening here? You know what I mean? AP got, and I thought AP was boxing well, yeah.
I just remember the first round.
Bro, it weren't even, you know, some guys sprint with the hands, some guys with the feet are sprinting with his head, you know, like fully like giving it, yeah. But he could knock a man off his, do you know what I mean? You could put him out of his rhythm. So yeah, man, because listen, everyone got to sit there laughing, but I promise you, nobody's in front of you, guys sitting in the gym. Very awkward, man. Very awkward. Yeah, he's awkward, man. So AP boxed well, and then I think he started fighting Curzon's fight towards the end. And then we thought, you know what, it was like one apiece at it, and then third round, I thought, yeah, Curzon looks like he's tired in round 2, and then he points to the floor and he runs out throwing a 15-punch combination.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, Richie, watch that, man. I thought, you know what, man, the guy's game, man. You gotta give him his credit. He comes out swinging, man.
I've only seen small clips of it where it's like he bites down, thinks F it, and just swings from the hips.
But he thinks like that. That's how he thinks, man.
Yeah.
What you see is what you get with Curzon, man. He's a G, man. AP, looking forward to his comeback, man, against Shahab.
Shahab in December. AP's called. Shout out to AP, man. He's taking 2 fights. And shout out to Shahab as well. He took the fight against Abza.
I'm telling AP, one more fight, then fight him. He's like, nah. I watched his last couple of performances. I got to beat him. Said, fair play.
Fair play. We've got Huna against Mangal was highly anticipated bout.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted to
I
see
did. You didn't
Mangal
know
again.
what to expect from Huna because you're not seeing anything from him.
Yeah.
I just knew he was a proud Kurdish guy
Yeah.
who's come from back home, and then Mangal who's also come from back home.
Yeah.
So none of them could speak English. They literally couldn't even have a conversation. If they sit them in a room together, they won't be able to string a sentence. But
Yeah.
put them in a ring together, and you're getting absolute fireworks.
What a
They're
fight
two
that was.
proud guys from two proud nations. And yeah, it was a wicked fight that because Mangal, his fitness is his best asset.
Yeah.
So he red zones guys early, and then the drowning afterwards. But the issue with this one was he came out and he was walking into some nasty counters, man. Who know what the overhand right? Yeah, like I said on comms, would have knocked the horse out, and Mangal's walked through it, and then fair play to Huna, man. He were landing big shots. I remember thinking to myself, you know what, Mangal's in trouble. I'm not doubting his fitness and his chin, but you can lose a fight just taking too many clean shots. He needs to adapt. So round one, I give to Huna, and then look, round two, Mangal, which is very impressive, man. You know, when you know experience to adapt in a fight, to start boxing from range, two-phase attacks. He still kept the pressure very high, and I thought he dominated the second round, third round as well. Don't get me wrong, there was a lot of pushing and shoving between the two. I don't think they know the ABA rules though. I don't think they know that you know that you can't do that and you can't do that. They're just two raw kids that are having a fight basically. So I don't think they even knew. They both could have took warnings there to be fair because Huna were clinching a lot, and when you're clinching, Mangal's throwing him off because he just wants to fight. Huna trying to catch a breath. Mangal's saying, "Do one, we're getting it on." Do you know what I mean? So they both could have got a warning for that maybe. But then third round, I think it was Mangal's fight to lose. Cause I thought I was looking at Huna and he was looking tired in there, and Mangal was just pressing, and then they had a little situation. I think he put him in a headlock. He told him to leave. He started squeezing harder. Went on for a couple of seconds, and then Morgan waved the fight off, just saying, "Look, they weren't listening, etc." But it was a shame to be honest with you because I think maybe a point or something. I think Mangal was on his way to win that regardless. You know what I mean? Like there was no threat anymore because he took his shots when he was clean. But it is what it is. I just want to say that that Huna's a good kid, man. It'd be very interesting to see him fight at 55 as well. You know, it could be a problem there for all the rest of 55 kilo boys if he can drop down in the weight.
There's therefore some big names at 55.
No,
If he's contender that way.
Yeah,
he has asked me for the best fighter at 57.
Mm.
So there's Billy, Farhan. You know, Farhan wants to stay on Big Gil's White Collar, see what he does. Billy's there as well. There's that kid from Oldham who's messaged me, 2-0 in the amateurs.
Yeah, man.
There's some options there for him. You got Phoenix against Zahid, No Mercy, aka Crossbow Khan.
Yeah, man. I think that was my personal fight of the night. Yeah. Phoenix, I think he said he had 4 training sessions for this camp. So that's 4 more than both his last 2 camps. Yeah, him and ZHK. Listen, ZHK's been in the gym. He comes down sparring on Sundays with us.
Yeah.
And down at Untouchables. And one thing I will say, he's got very heavy hands, which gives Phoenix more credit for his iron chin because they were literally stood there just absolutely warring, man. They had good corner teams, both of them. And they were just going at it, and it was an absolute delight to watch 2 big guys that were just swinging, showing a lot of heart. And they were landing big shots, both taking them well. I know ZHK were upset afterwards. Close fight though. It was a close fight. It could have gone either way. I had ZHK just pipping it, but if the race Phoenix's hand, I wouldn't have said robbery or anything because it was a close fight. A robbery is when you win 3 rounds dominating and then they give it to the other guy. That's a robbery. It was 2-1 either way, so it couldn't have been. But it was a close fight, a draw. Yeah, listen, I'd watch it again. I thought it was a cracking fight, but it's up to ZHK. I know Phoenix is down, but it was a good fight regardless. I think both the stock went up. ZHK surprised me as well. He was doing nice things in there, jabbing to the body, coming up with right hands, left hook, right hands. Man, he looked good in there, to be honest with you. Both of them did.
Shout out to them too.
Yeah, man.
And Abu Talib against Saifullah.
Yeah, it was a bit of a thingy on this because they both sold quite a bit of tickets. Like they were both located quite near to each other. So I seen Abu Talib's boys all came down from Bury. They were messaging me quite a lot, make sure we got good seats and stuff like that. And then I had a few boys ringing me on their behalf as well. And then we had Saifullah, who had a lot of heads as well, and in the platinum section. And then them two, I thought were really intrigued to that. They had a very good first round. Saifullah just looked to me a bit stronger, but Abu Talib is fundamentally quite decent.
Yeah.
But then after the first round, I don't know, man. I was looking at the corner and Abu Talib didn't want to go out. I don't know the reason is. I think he said he was too strong. I'm not too sure, but he didn't want to go out. And then it was warming up to be a good fight. Don't get me wrong. Saifullah was showboating after. I think he's comfortable in there, but sometimes when you get comfortable, mistakes can happen. You don't know. But we never got to find out because Abu Talib didn't want to carry on, so the referee did the right thing. If a fighter doesn't want to carry on, you have to call it. It's a dangerous sport. If you're not happy in there, you can't fight. Simple as that. It's easy for everyone else to say, just go in there, just go. But they're not in there taking punches. It just takes one punch to change a person's life, never mind the fight. So if you weren't comfortable going out there, then you did the right thing. You looked over to us and said, "Yo, I don't want to be there, so just call it how it is."
He's only a young kid, hopefully he'll come back. But the next fight, it was two men who were coming off losses, both to respectable opponents. Shahab against Abza. Chat to me about that one.
Yeah, man, I was looking forward to this because I watched Shahab fight against Ali Akhtar on another promotion. Not messing. I'll say I'm not asked, but he fought TV, yeah. So I watched Shahab. He come and he really brought it to Ali Akhtar. But one thing about Ali is he decided to start warning with him straight away, so it made for like a good fight. So I was expecting the same with Abza because he's never boxed and just boxed. You know what I mean? But listen, fair play to him. He came out and he boxed, and I just seen a difference in hand speed and athleticism. I think early, Shahab surprised me. Come out with a low guard, trying to jab his way in and stuff, and Abza moving his feet well because it weren't the biggest ring. So I thought it's gonna catch fire at some point, but it didn't until the third round when Abza clipped him with the right hand, and I seen Shahab's legs dip. But then Shahab, the dog that he is, man, he just bit down his gum shield and they were going at it, and it was a good fight. Abza were letting go, really letting go, emptying the clip in the third round. But it was a good technical fight that I think that Abza showed a lot of improvements. So I'm looking forward to seeing him again. And I think Shahab, man, him against AP, I'm looking forward to that as well because for two characters we're going to bring it, man.
Yeah, the media will sell for that and then the fight itself as well.
Definitely.
Looking forward to that one. Next one is MC Mohammed against the banging Bangladesh. H2 too harder.
Very underrated fight, and it was on the night as well. It was a very, very good fight. As Clarks was saying, it was a very high caliber, that fight. I think that the only difference was Hardy trained a lot harder compared to MC. The vicious Mauritius. Yeah.
Shout out to MC. There's no training camp, no media. Just comes to war every time.
Comes in, and just fights. And you know what? It was a close first round. I liked his little body work and stuff, but Hardy was able to go through gears.
Yeah, right.
He was able to start pushing on late, and then he could just tell MC had nothing left in the tank. But listen, the guy's a dog, man.
He's got
a heart, man, and he's got ability as well, man. He just needs that. MC, just start training.
Start training,
man. I don't know why you don't. Just start training, man. But listen, Hardy, man, what do you do with him next, man? He's getting bigger and better every time he's fighting. He showcases skills from a good gym with a good coach.
Shout out Dave. Dave's a very good coach,
man. So he rates him highly. So Hardy's coming across now. I know he's shouting out Gola Kal, but he's deleting every video that he makes now because everyone's flogging him with comments. He said he wanted a big hits fighter. My boy Hardy's there to put a dent in your head, but man, I don't want none of it.
I think he's used to fighting. He's a paid journeyman or bums in it that he knows he's gonna beat. H2 like you said, that red on the flag.
That's it,
man.
Man.
Put on his face.
So yeah, on to the next.
Oh, it's a good one. This Kamran against obviously one of our event sponsors, Homemaster. Shout out Homemaster from Heating. Belinda, chat to us about this one. Listen, I just want to say first, Kamran, he's got a heart of a warrior. All you sad cunts that message me to fight him.
No, man.
He's a tough kid. He's got balls, man. But you're not trying to pick on him.
Yeah, gonna match him up proper, man. So yeah, Blender went in there, and I think, and you know what, Blender's improved a lot from his last fight. That's one thing I will say. You can tell when a guy took a camp serious and when a guy hasn't. And Blender looked like, to me, he's serious about his boxing. So he went out there. His balance looked good. His range was good, and his shot selection was very good. There are three things you can only pick up if you stay in the gym.
Yeah.
You can't pick that up in a 4-week camp, 5-week camp. That's if you're staying in the gym. And Blender looked good. He was timing him well on the outside. He just looked like he had too much ability, too much firepower. But one thing I would say about Kamran is I've never seen a guy get hurt but just not stop coming forward, man. You know when you see him and he sat down and he's speaking and you're thinking, all right, this guy, he can't be fighting. You know what I mean? You see him fighting and he's got all the instincts of a natural fighter.
He's got
coming forward non-stop, blocking shots with his face and looking to fire back. Like there's no feeling. Some guys when they're in there and they know they're losing, they're just thinking, you know what? I'm losing anyway. I'm just gonna survive until the end of the fight. It's a version of quitting. You know, with him, there's no quit. They were looking to win all the way through. But unfortunately, Blender's a good counter punch. You just setting traps for him all night long and hitting him and hurting him and dropping him and everything. But he got up and he finished on his feet, which is credit to him, man. It just shows. I'm glad he finished on his feet as well. Credit to Kamran, credit to Blender.
He deserved to finish on his feet, but he kept pushing through. Especially he had a heavy knockdown. He got standing 8 in the first round as well. So he was hurt and he pushed through. So shout out to him.
He needs to start boxing properly, though, man. Start working on his defense.
He's learned the fundamentals. He needs to get into a proper camp and a proper gym, man. Oh, the grudge match. Farhan against Billah. It's caused a bit of controversy this one from Billy's side.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this.
So, obviously Billy been training at the gym and stuff. He's got good coaches with him and stuff. And Farhan obviously coming out of our pro gym, and he's working on things. But the difference is, I think Farhan's training to perfect his style.
Yeah.
His low hands, his shape look good and everything. Whereas Billy were training to win the fight.
Yeah.
So he was fully focused on that fight. I think they're trying to make Farhan the best version of him as a fighter.
Yeah.
Whereas they've been training Billy to win this fight.
Yeah.
So the tactics were different.
Yeah.
They were everything Billy were learning. It weren't to throw the perfect jab and the perfect right hand. It was how to score points and be effective in the fight. And I think that's the biggest two differences that I witnessed on the night. Because Farhan, yeah, he looked very composed and stuff, but the first round I give to Billy. He come out throwing a lot of feints. He kept it long. He boxed very well. He was almost counter-punching the counter-puncher, throwing check left hooks and stuff. Then Farhan adapted, and I thought he won the second round. And I thought, you know what? A lot of people, promoters, and everyone was saying complete mismatch. Yeah, they were throwing Farhan in there, absolutely buzzing, thinking he's gonna absolutely ice Billy G. There's gonna be a highlight reel knockout. We're gonna post that everywhere, and I'm buzzing. But listen, man, credit to Farhan because he came in here. A lot of people were telling him not to. He came. There was no security risk at all, which we knew there wouldn't be in the first place. Yeah,
I even personally escorted him to the ring.
Nothing was happening there. Yeah, so he walked out. Yeah, I'm glad he had a good experience and everything.
Yeah.
But listen, we're 1 round apiece. Third round, I thought Billy started it well, man. I thought Billy's going to take it, and I just think his lack of experience towards the end, he ended up fighting for Hans fight in the last minute or so, and he walked into a couple of clean right hands. But listen, they were very close, man. Yeah. I wouldn't have been upset if they give it a draw. I wouldn't have been upset if they give it to Billy, but I would not have been upset if they give it to Farhan. I personally give Farhan 2-1. Yeah. But if they give it 2-1 to Billy, they could make a case. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It was a close fight. And I think they probably didn't expect that. But I do think that Billy's stock has gone up. Because before, everyone was calling him out because he's a loud mouth and, do you know what I mean? They're looking at him from the 90p fight. Yeah. But he has come on leaps and bounds. He's really, really come on. And listen, whatever Farhan wants to do, we're going to always wish him well. Do you know what I mean? Because he's a proper kid. He's a nice kid. For a young kid, I don't know how old he is, 17, 18. Yeah. And
mature for his age. He speaks very well.
The morals that he has at his age is really, you know, I've seen a lot of men that don't have them type of morals and stuff. So listen, credit to him, man. Credit to both of them. That it was a good fight. I'd love to see it again, but whichever direction Farhan wants to go to, we'll respect either way.
The next one, this was an interesting one. This under 18 heavyweight contest for the heavyweight title. So that Ibi King of Tyson versus Boston. I just saw the first 30 seconds where Boston was unloading on Ibi Tyson. That's all I saw of the fight.
It was like Boston. I don't know, like he had 5 Louisville burgers waiting for him, and he was in a rush to try and get rid of him to get straight out there. You know what I mean? Shout out Louisville. But Boston come out, and you know what it is?
He has boxed in front of a big crowd before.
He has. Yeah, I think he's improved since the last time as well. Ibi Tyson, we didn't know too much about. But I'll tell you something, what a game kid he is, man. What a game kid Ibi Tyson is. They went out there under 18s heavyweight title, 2 big boys for their age, putting it all on the line. It was wicked to see because it was an absolute war. Boston come out there, and I was told that he had 1 round fitness in terms of he's not fit. He's not bad technically. He's a bit of a banger. He's got a good chin, everything. But he's got 1 round fitness. Ibi Tyson, I know we're training very hard. He had a bit of his nose was messed up earlier on in the week, but credit to him, he's come through. And they were fighting out, and I just thought, you know what, it's just funny, you know, like when we were kids and we were going to like a football tournament the night before, you know, you're zoned in, you're watching a bit of foot, you got your boots there, socks there. I had Ibi Tyson, I sending me snaps, his cousin was sending me snaps, and they were like watching boxing, he was shadow boxing his real, you know, look, everybody knows when we were kids, you know what I mean? Course, so it was just nostalgia, we're good to see, and they went out there in front of a big crowd. Listen, 15-year-old, 16, 17-year-old kids in fighting in front of such a big crowd, and knowing that they could potentially become a meme and things like that, man, you gotta tip your hat to ball for them. It takes some big balls to do that. People do not realize. People will be there in the comments, there shit, and there this and there that, and blah blah blah. They'll never have the minerals to do what these kids did. They'll never do that. But Boston come out absolutely blasting him in the first round. I'm thinking, yo, bad mismatch. My man's there's no coming back from that. But listen, credit to him, man. He come on strong, 2 and 3. But I think Boston did too much damage in the first. For it was a hard mountain to climb after that. So listen, Boston needs to start working on his cardio. He rang me saying, what you need to work on? Cardio must get on that treadmill. Put the burgers to the side. And Ibi Tyson, just little defense stuff earlier, and he would have been all right. But listen, I'm looking forward to seeing them both down the line.
Boston's been called out for December 26th. I think it's the guy trains with Potter, he's agreed to the fight as well. So he
Yeah,
could be defending his under 18 title on
interesting.
your undercard on the next show.
Yeah, interesting.
This one was interesting. What a character this Big Shazzy is. Big Shazzy versus Aklak.
Yeah.
Two different characters.
Yeah, Aklak's very reserved,
Yeah.
almost like an introvert.
Very nice kid.
Yeah, I like Aklak as well. A Big Shazzy is just he's a menace, innit? He's a wrecking ball. He's just a personality and a half. This Big Shazzy, I'm telling you. I didn't realize he cracked him, but before the thing
I
started.
didn't see that. Oh, yeah, I saw that afterwards.
Yeah. So I think that's the video that's going viral. He's cracked him before the thing happened, and I thought I just remember him like mimicking him and stuff, and I thought, Big Shazzy's coming to perform, man. He's bringing it.
But even before that, upstairs, he was trying to go into Aklak's changing room.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I was on comms.
Yeah, he was trying to get the Aklak's changing room.
Yeah, the mind games and everything else.
Yeah.
Listen, Big Shazzy give Aklak the credit afterwards. He's seen it in the group, but the people don't get to see, so don't thingy.
To be fair, even after the final bell, he called him and he goes, "Look, let's do this."
No, Big Shazzy's bang on after the bell. Just before the bell, stay away from him. But no, it was a good fight. That Big Shazzy impressed me and moves well for a big boy. You come out with firepower. I think they probably thought that Aklak they were going to get rid of him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Big Shazzy, he just his size, he reminds me of Samuel Peters, man, the Nigerian Nightmare. He comes out, he's throwing bombs, he's athletic for a big lad, heavy-handed as well. But listen, Aklak, man, I've got a soft spot for him. I was watching him and I'm thinking, there's a big size difference there.
Yeah.
But because they're both heavyweights over 92, you can't do nothing about it. Maybe drop down, I think, to cruiser will be better for Aklak. But every time, Aklak's a real warrior, man. Every time he got hit, he was firing back. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, Shazzy was the main guy, but Aklak's stock did go up because he might have lost the fight, but he's only going to get better. He's only been boxing a little while. He did really well. He was countering well, doing some nice things in there.
It was a very good fight as well for the first fight.
Yeah, physically as well. You got to give the kid credit. So I'm looking forward to seeing him back again. Both of them, Shazzy as well.
Moving on to the co-main event, you got Abdul, anyone can get it, aka Maximum Violence Khan against Sian, the dark horse.
Yeah, man. Abdul Maximum Violence. He said he wanted Maximum Violence. So unfortunately, he got Maximum Violence. But what I will say is, bro, he did not stop trying.
No.
And he was on the front foot pushing like he said he would.
He tried.
Do you know what I mean? He tried his absolute best.
You know what? There was no point where he sort of like shelled up and was like, "Fuck this! I'm trying to get out of here.
I don't want to be here," and turning away. He could have quit. He didn't. He come through trying to win all the way through. He just come up against an absolute dynamite puncher in Sian.
Speak to us about Sian's power.
All I'm about before he starts getting nuzzers, you know what I mean? Like Sian's ended up, I think he's broke his hand. He's fractured his couple of knuckles that got pushed back. So he'll be out for a few months, but he'll be back soon, inshallah. He's still in the gym working on his left hand. He lives in the gym now. But Sian he just hits different. One is it's a mixture between heavy hands and good technique.
Good timing as well.
Yeah, and timing, that's another thing. Accuracy, all these things that impact it. Alhamdulillah, he's got all of them. He's an absolute dynamite puncher. Ask anyone who's held the bag for him, who's held the pads for him, held the body bag for him, or anyone he's hit. I think that Kalen was saying, he goes, yo, when I felt his shots, he goes, I just thought, I'm not going to win this. I don't want to get knocked out. I'm shelling up. And when he boxes a guy for the full fight, it almost looks like he's not getting rid of anyone. But it's hard to when these guys that are experienced, but guys that come to win around his experience, they're getting hurt, man. I don't see anyone at 75 kilo taking them shots. There's a reason he's a dark horse. There's a reason a lot of people are running from him, because no one's going to want to fight that. That's the honest truth, man. You've got an absolute diamond. If you were to build the perfect 75 kilo fighter, it'd be him. Do you know what I mean? 6'3",
range.
Yeah, range, boxes tall, long, hits you at the end of the shot, can fight on the inside, throwing uppercuts and things. It goes to the body well. He was sparring down at Untouchables on a Sunday, fighting the Saturday after, and I think he sparred 5 guys. He just stopped 4 of them. Do you know what I mean? He's got disgusting power and good timing, but it'd be hard to match up. But Sian's order he don't say much. You know what I mean?
No,
so he's not putting himself out there. But that's not his character, and he doesn't want to do that. So listen, credit to him, he's staying how he is. But Abdul Maximum Violence, man, he got up, and I was worried for him. But he was talking about a rematch, which just goes to show, man, the guy's got the heart of a lion, man. Some guys like that, they need protecting for themselves, man. Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing him and Nams, if they could get into a similar weight, etc. That would be
they are same weight,
Yeah, that would be a good fight, man.
They've had a conversation. I think Abdul's taking some time off.
I don't blame
He's
him,
not on the
man.
December card. He's back again in February.
Whenever he does, man, that'll be a good thingy. But credit to Maximum Violence, man, because the guy is really that guy who's really got that heart about it. A lot of people say whatever, mismatch this, that, but if they've got anyone for him at 75, just drop us a message, man, because he's hard to match up. So credit to the guys who do step in there, aka Maximum Violence.
Moving on to the main event, you got Amanat against the Yorkshire captain.
Yeah, man. This was it said 0-0 on it, but he's got a win. He beat 90p when he was younger. Yeah. So Amanat, yeah, he's come. He had a loss.
Wait, he's beating 90p. What weight was he at?
He was lower than he's moved up. Yeah, he's been hitting gym, hasn't he? Big lad. Yeah, it was an interesting fight because there was a few factors in there. They were both known on the streets, fighting, etc. All of that, and then one sec. They were both fighting on the streets and stuff. So what better way than to come into the ring and sort it out, which is what they did ultimately. Amanat, he is a popular head amongst his friends and stuff, and he is a game kid. You can see it that time at the press conference and all of that stuff. Like he's waiting outside and the gloves are off and all of that stuff. And then captain, he's like, I don't think he's as streetwise as Amanat.
Yeah.
But boxing, it's just a different conversation now. In 10-ounce gloves, he just had too much in the locker for him. I think he's gained a lot. He's fought good lads. His experience is a lot better. He knows how to ride the storm and things like that. And I just think the Yorkshire captain was just too much for him. He had too much for him on the night. They were hitting him. I think that was his first stoppage as well. They were hurting him. He took a few shots. They were waving him off. He just looked like he was doing whatever he wanted in there after a bit. So yeah, it was a good performance from the captain. Be interesting to see where he goes next.
Was asking me for the influencer title fight on your undercard December 26th next show.
Yeah, if there's anyone out there that wants to fight him, just get in contact because it'll be a good fight. His stock's gone up, man. He lost his arm. He went 5-0 after that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What a comeback that is. Credit to him.
And it's all in the space of a year as well. He's been active. So shout out to him.
Yeah, definitely. He's been really on it, man. And he had an 11-kilo weight cut for that fight that he made in a week.
Which I've got no sympathy for because it's his own fault for being bonus the week before.
It is. But he come in lean, man. He come in at 80, so fair play to him in that sense. Like I thought it might have impacted him taking a shot, etc. But he still looked relatively strong at the weight, so he needs to keep his weight down now.
So overall, what was your experience commentating on this card?
No, I really enjoyed it. Clark's enjoyed it. Zish enjoyed it. We all really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the setup. I thought the setup was really good. You know, different levels. You know, big changing rooms. Very professional. I thought Bradford City Stadium were very good to work with. What's the brother's name that were helping us out in that? James was wicked, man. He was really helpful. He came down. Credit to everyone that was there. The NGB with the ring higher and the lights on and everything had a different impact on it, turning the lights off in the crowd. Little spotlights. I thought it had a really nice feel to it when I was there. Like, don't get me wrong, it's Bradford, it's bad blood. But overall, I think the tension was in the crowd. It really made a fighter sharp, and I just sat there thinking, you know what? If I was a fighter, I would have loved to fight on this card. You know what I mean? Because just how much space you've got to warm up, how professional. I've warmed up in some bad places. Do you know what I mean? In the ABAs and amateurs, especially in like in toilets, you'd be warming up in, or in the car park and things like that. So such a big, nice change room to warm up in. You're coming down the ring walk amongst the people in the VIP section. Coming in, the aesthetics, I thought it was really good. The show went really nice. I thought there were a lot of good fights all the way through that people are saying this could have been fight of the night, that could have been fight of the night, this could have been stoppage of the night, that could have been stoppage of the night, this could have been performance of the night. There were just so many different aspects. I thought that it was really good, man. My first time doing a show in Bradford, and I thought watching that and commentating on it was a really good watch, and it was really easy to do commentary because you just sat there with your mates, just chatting about the fights, you know what I mean, giving your own insight and having a bit of a laugh. And it was a really good experience.
Listen, that was Big Sharks and Hassan Zahid breaking down the bad blood in Bradford card. Shout out to our event sponsors, Louisville, Polo Desserts, Homemaster, Tiles, Bradford and Heating, and INICIO. The next show, December 26th. Hassan Zahid will be back out.
That's it, man.
Any words before we wrap up?
Yeah, man. Just looking forward to putting a hole in Hax's head. So definitely, I've started training. I've been training anyway. Started dieting now. Don't worry. Had a few things to say about my weight. Fat shaming me. He's gonna know about it. Trust me, I'm bringing it to him.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'll see you all on December 26th, Boxing Day. Whoop, there it is.
Start shouting us for tickets and everything. Getting on it active.
Get me for sponsorship as well.
Yeah.